Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Amo Yisrael, Al Yidei Chuppah V'Kiddushin. Danny and Abby, this first cup of wine for each drink tempers the joy of the evening as you remember those in the family who are unable to be with you, including your grandparents, Leo, as well as Ludwig and Vera, and Louis and Mary. Standing here under this chuppah, which you're not quite doing. Standing here under this chuppah, which symbolizes your future home together, whether it's in Washington or Philadelphia or Camden or God knows where. I'll ask you to answer with reverence before God and all of those present. Do you, Daniel Lewis Levy, take Abby Teal Blum to be your wife, to love her, to cherish her, and to regard her as your partner in life's venture? If so, please answer this.
Yes.
And you, Abby Teal Blum, of your own free will and consent, take Danny Lewis Levy to be your husband, to love him, to cherish him, and to regard him as your partner in life's venture? If so, please answer this. Danny, as you place this ring on Abby's right index finger, please look into her eyes and recite the beautiful formula of betrothal that you've been practicing for the last 4.5 years.
Hooray, Hot, Yeshet, Tabak. So, Idat Moshe Israel. With this ring, we are consecrated unto each other under the traditions of Moses and Israel.
And Abby, as you place this ring, which is Danny's dad's ring, on Danny's finger, please recite the formula as well. I now read you in part from the ketubah, the beautiful marriage document that was witnessed and executed this evening by friends Lucky, Katie, Matthew, and Aaron. After I read a selection from the Hebrew, I will translate into the English. Yechad b'Shabbat ב5 ימים לחודש שבט, שנת 5,775, בבריאת עולם למניין שאנו כאן בפילדלפיה, פנסילבניה, במדינת אמריקה הצפונית. את החתן דן בן משה הלוי ומרים למשפחת לוי, אמר לי להד הבתולתא טוב ובלה בת יוסף הכהן ומלכה למשפחת בלום. Divided into Gedat Moshe Israel when a flock from here, the Izon Vafarnes Tichi Lichi Yochot Luvrin Yudain. Bnei Midan ben Moshe Halevi Miriam Chatan Dan Namarat Tova Bela Bat Yosef HaKohen Umalka. Umarat Tova Bela Bat Yosef HaKohen Umalka. Namar Dan ben Moshe Halevi Miriam Chatan Dan. Apoma de Chatuv Mefrash Leal Gemana de Chasher Yiknehe. Gakol Sharir Hayam. This ketubah witnesses before God and all of those present on the first day of the week, the 5th day of the Hebrew month of Shvat in the year 5775, corresponding to the 24th day of January 2015, the holy covenant of marriage was entered into the bridegroom Daniel Lewis Levy and the bride Abby Teal Blum, and both declared, affirming our people's covenant with God, may we be consecrated to each other by this ring, that our home be rich with wisdom and reverence. Limitless is my love for you and my devotion without end. I take you to be mine in love and tenderness. I take you to be mine in faithfulness. May our hearts beat as one in days of joy as of trouble. May our life together be illumined by our people's heritage. May our home be built on Torah and loving kindness. May my love for you last forever. This covenant of marriage has been signed and sealed according to laws and traditions that began with Abraham and Sarah and continued through Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel. It's a beautiful ketubah which your Aunt Isa lovingly created for you. I know will always adorn a very special place in your home. I now call upon members of the family who will be reciting the Sheva Brachot, the 7 wedding blessings, which remind us, of course, that wherever a bride and groom stand, the sounds of joy and laughter will always be.
שלושת עסיס בתרגל הכרה, בקיבוץ פניך בתוכה בשמחה, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח ציון לבניך.
Blessed are you who lights the world with happiness and contentment, love and companionship, peace and friendship, bridegroom and bride. Let the mountains of Israel dance, let the gates of Jerusalem ring with the sounds of joy, song, merriment, and delight, the voice of the groom and the bride, the happy shouts of their friends and companions. We bless you, God, who brings bride and groom together to rejoice in each other. Danny and Abby, the second cup of wine, from which you will now drink, symbolizes life's joys. Just as you share the sweetness of this wine, so we surround you and love you. Hope and pray that your lives together are filled with the very same sense of shared sweetness. Anyhow, I confess that I began writing this wedding charge 2.5 years ago. I was sitting with your dad, Abby, behind a house in Red Rose Lane. And during those difficult summer months after his surgery, he was well aware of his mortality. And I asked him that day what he was feeling. I'm not angry, he said, but I'm terribly sad that I would miss happy events, knowing that the Levites and the Blums were on the cusp of a big one. He told me how much he loved you and Danny, how wonderful you were for each other, and how much he hurt knowing that he would have been able to be present at this wedding. I don't say this to elicit more tears. There are enough of those tonight, tears of joy as well as tears of memory, but rather to highlight the fact that, as I suspected, Jeff's presence here tonight is more real than I could have imagined. I heard his voice in the depths of my soul as Rona chanted me out here, and your family to Sheva Brachot. And his indomitable spirit is felt by all of us, even as he hovers over you and Danny, over his beloved Cindy, over Ethan and Rebecca, and Samantha, like a true guardian angel. Your Father will always be with you at moments of joy and moments of sadness, moments of celebration, and moments of loss. Danny, for you and your parents, for Mike and Meta, for Nina, for Sarah, for Josh, for Jenny and Greg, this occasion is profound and poignant as well. In addition to all the joy that you have brought to your respective families, and you have given to your parents over the years, and the degree to which you have both been accepted and integrated into each other's families, there is, in addition tonight, a strong and abiding prayer for your father's good health for many years to come. May he have the joy of sharing many happy occasions with you, with children and grandchildren in the years ahead. Yes, you are a loving couple, and what has brought you together tonight, we all know, is a world of shared interests, and most importantly, you desire to spend your lives together as husband and wife. Danny and Abby, I knew that this relationship was serious when you moved to Washington, and upon arriving in the U-Haul, you presented me with a family heirloom, your great-grandfather's fanny pack. From that moment on, there was no turning back. Your wedding tonight is the ripened flavor of mellowed grapes, which tastes sweet to your respective families and exhilarating to all of us who know you. Now, I do feel very compelled to highlight one thing tonight, Abby and Danny. You know that your family and ours have become intertwined over the years, family by choice and family linked over the generations. Danny, you've earned your spot as well. I've had many opportunities to say so. The only thing lacking tonight is a shidduch between Samantha and Zach. I couldn't be happier tonight if my own daughter were getting married. Actually, I could be a little bit happier. But how special it is that two respective families have become such integral parts of each other's lives. And of course, Julie and Zach and Rebecca cherish you both very much and pray to God that you remain in D.C. I'm sure that you recall during one of those family gatherings some months ago, we were sitting around your kitchen table in Villanova, in your very large and well-appointed kitchen that has the largest counter space of any kitchen in Villanova. And we started an inane discussion, I don't know who began it, as to who was the sweetest person in our respective families. We all agreed on Zach and Sam, but Danny stood out as the sweetest of all. At which point, I asked Danny if he thought you were sweet, Abby. And he hesitated just for a bit too long. And said with that same impish grin, "Of course he is." At which time all hell broke loose. "I am sweet," you declared. And you know what, Abby? You are. You really are. Danny's mellow, gentle, and kind personality has been a wonderful balance to what at one time was a bit of middle child angst and volatility. Even as you have brought out the best in him with your compassion and kindness and sensitivity and taught him to eat tomatoes, oranges, broccoli, and cauliflower. This is a match made in heaven. It began as students in Lancaster, where Danny stood out as a soccer star, and has reached the point where you have settled the overriding dilemma of how to raise future children of sports-loving parents who are from New York and Philadelphia, respectively. Rangers and Knicks fans, unfortunately, for you, Danny, you can have them. But die-hard, suffering, miserable, angry Eagles and Phillies fans, despite the agony you will be subjecting your children to over the years. After all, as Eitan knows, we still don't have a Super Bowl. So what can I possibly add to the story of your meeting, falling in love and making this wonderful, dazzling future together? I want to turn to popular culture for a brief insight. You may remember this show, Let's Make a Deal. And it was one of the most popular game shows in TV history. The original show ran over 14 years with Monty Hall, and now they've revived the show. The people dress up in crazy costumes, trying to catch the eye, so that he will pick them to go up on stage, and the host then gives them a prize and then this question: do you want to keep what you've got, or do you want to choose what's behind one of those doors? And there are 3 big doors or curtains, boxes on the stage, and the contestant has to decide what they want to do. Are they happy with what they have, or do they want to trade in all that they have for the chance to get something better? You never know what's behind the doors. It could be a new car, or it could be a donkey, or some other bad prize. It's a chance they have to take. Do they want to give up what they have in order to have something better? So I would like to contrast this theme with the fundamental Jewish concept of relationship and of covenant and of marriage, what I've seen in both of you. And there's a song that expresses what I'm trying to say about covenants. It's by Bruce Springsteen, and I think these words can really be applied to both of you, particularly over these last few years. We said we'd walk together, baby, come what may, that come the twilight should we lose our way. If as we're walking a hand should slip free, I'll wait for you. And should I fall behind, wait for me. We swore we'd travel, darling, side by side, we help each other stay in stride. But each lover's steps fall so differently, but I'll wait for you. and if I should fall behind, wait for me. Now everyone dreams of a love lasting and true, but you and I know what this world can do. So let's make our steps clear that the other may see, and I'll wait for you. If I should fall behind, wait for me. Now there is a wonderful realism here. The part I like best is, now everyone dreams of a love lasting and true, but you and I know what this world can do. Real life intrudes sometimes on dreams, and the song recognizes that what happens to two people, for all their good intentions, is that sometimes they can wind up with such different lives that they feel pulled away. And the covenant becomes just another deal. Something to calculate, something to figure out with pencil and paper. But way in advance, long before this happens, the song speaks of a covenant and anticipates the possibility that the relationship will become just another deal. There are going to be times when I'll be ahead of you, and there'll be times when you'll be ahead of me. We have to wait for each other. There'll be times when my career will be taking off and yours will be stalled, and vice versa. And the one who's doing better has to help unstall the other one. There will be times when I will be making new friendships. There will be times when I will be excited with life and you will be bored. And there will be times when I will be bored and you'll be thrilled. And all these times that we're not walking the same pace, one of us will have to wait patiently with kindness and sensitivity. We discard people too often, even the people closest to us, for the next box, or maybe simply because we're impatient and don't want to wait anymore. Or we can't stand to listen to more insecurity and weaknesses while we're feeling so strong and so secure. To keep any covenant, Abby and Danny, in our romantic or relationships of any kind, let's remember this. There are times when you will be impatient and bored because your spouse is worrying or complaining or suffering about something, and you may not say it, but you will tune out because you just can't hear about it anymore. This isn't what I signed up for. It's those times, and I know you will, remember that one of these days the role will be reversed, and you will need that person's patience. Danny and Abby, I know you feel this way about each other, and your relationship has been tested. But Abby, you put it this way in describing your love for Danny. I know I wouldn't be the person I am or be in the place I am in my life without him. He constantly pushes me and supports me in being who I am as an individual. Doesn't let me get away with anything. He has taught me to walk through every issue. Apparently saying whatever and walking away from conflict isn't the end. I know that Danny, our marriage will be filled with companionship and support and generosity and love, but also filled with supporting each other in our individual lives. I see in Danny a person who is motivated and driven and wants to do so much and learn so much. He's such a kind soul. Danny, your words bear repeating as well about Abby. Most people who know Abby, you write, know that she is a sweet, thoughtful, caring, sensitive, and of course an avid sportsman. I don't use the term lightly. While those characteristics were a major part of what drew me to her, over the past 5.5 years I've been lucky enough to peel back some of the layers of who she is. On the journey we have so far traveled together, which has certainly been met with extreme highs and gut-wrenching lows, I've been able to unearth characteristics that few get to see. Abby is driven, self-aware, continuously thinking about developing herself, and passionate about people and the issues she cares about. Abby is there to see whatever I want to do on my own, or join in on parts of my life that have now and will become forever part of our lives. My dear Abby and Danny, as you climb up the mountains of your lives, sometimes you will need your hands to be held, and sometimes you will need to hold your loved one's hand. That's what we call love. I love you both very much, and may God bless you as you begin this sacred covenant as husband and wife. Almost 40 years ago at your mom and dad's wedding, which my father presided at, he ended his charge, I saved it, with the following blessing that I want to share with you as well. Mi sheshichen shmo b'makom hazeh, yashkin shmo b'bayit hazeh. Ahava, yachva, v'shalom v'reit. May God, who brought these characteristics into the temple, bring the same into your home, with blessing, with tranquility, and with love. Amen. God bless you both. And by virtue of the authority vested in me as a rabbi, and conform me with the laws of the city of Philadelphia and state of Pennsylvania, I hereby declare the marriage of Daniel Lewis Levy and of Abby Teal Blum to be valid, and to be binding before God and all of those present. And I'd like to ask your respective parents to place this talit over both your shoulders with Dad's talit added. Further physical sign of his presence tonight. As I have the pleasure of blessing you just as your parents did prior to the ceremony. Yivarecha Adonai Yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you as husband and wife. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, may God cause his face to shine on you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you both with long, healthy, and happy lives together.
Amen.
Danny, you told me that after 4th grade religious school you don't remember anything. So I don't know if you remember what this glass stands for. It's our joys and our sorrows, it's our triumphs and it's our disappointments, which link us with our people everywhere, as well as a statement of fragility of marriage, which I know you will carefully preserve. I'll ask your dad Mike to place this under your foot. Mazel tov. Thank you, everyone. Mazel tov. Please enjoy the cocktail hour.